This is the ETBU Sportsnet. I'm Adam P. Ledyard here with head football coach Joshua Eargle. Coach, you're coming off a great weekend, a muddy weekend as ETBU rolls to a big win over Belhaven University, fifth of the year. Talk about that win for ETBU. Now you have 5-1 sitting at 5-2 with 3 games to go.
Yeah, it was great, Adam, to get an opportunity to get that fifth win. You always want to get better each year, and last year we had 4 wins, so we surpassed that. I think it's critical for us to just keep focusing on being 1-0 each week and just continue to play the schedule out. Our young men aren't satisfied yet, but really excited about getting the win Saturday on our home field and establishing that home field advantage and getting that fifth win of the year.
He also had a great offensive day on Saturday. Kendall Roberson rushes for 420 yards and 5 touchdowns. Offensive scores 46 points, 594 yards of total offense. Just talk about Kendall and what he did and the offense overall.
Yeah, just in general, the offense, it looked a little different than normal. I mean, we really knew we had to go establish a run game just in general to win that football game. And then the conditions and the weather and all the rain and the monsoon, the rain just kept coming for 4 quarters. And so it turned into one of those games where we just were handing it off a lot. And Kendall had one of those special days that a lot of athletes talk about getting in the zone. Kendall made some special runs. I mean, we've known he's a really good back, and he's done some really good things for us the past couple of years. And we're excited about his development. But Saturday, he was just unbelievable. And some of the cuts he made, the patience he showed behind that offensive line who was getting a lot of push and some really tough conditions to get push in. It's just a special day offensively for Kendall and for those guys up front blocking, and Cody Gandy playing H-back for us. And just the offense in general to put that type of output out running the football was special.
Talk about the defensive effort. You only give up 13 points. You have 8 sacks in the game. Xavier Davis has 3.5 sacks. Just talk about the defensive effort in the rain.
I thought it was good overall. I thought we did what we had to do to win the ball game, and 13 points we gave up off a snap over the head on punt, so we got pushed up back there late, and then we had a turnover on offense with our second group that was out there fumble a snap and put us kind of in a bind, and those are the 13 points we gave up on Saturday. So I thought the performance was really good in the conditions considering what they were having to deal with. Anytime you play an offense like that, you're always nervous going into the game. I thought our young men responded, and Xavier Davis had a big day. He had 3.5 sacks and 4.5 tackles for a loss, and was active in the backfield. And I thought, in general, just our linebacking crew, our front seven, our linebacker crew, and our D-line was active in the backfield again, and with 13 tackles for a loss. And, for the second week in a row, our secondary is coming on, and they had a bunch of PBUs on Saturday. There was really good throwing balls in tough conditions, and they were able to play a lot of zone and man coverages that put them in some tough situations, and they were able to rise to the challenge.
You received 2 ASC Players of the Week. Roberson, of course, for his amount of yardage rushing. And then Tyler Bates, who's co-special teams player of the week, received that from a 48-yard touchdown punt return. Talk about that and the conditions and the one punt return that ETBU had that day.
Yeah, Kendall did a great job, and that amount of yards is just it's unbelievable. So it's great for him to get that honor again, and it seems like he's always kind of in the mix, either honorable mention or he's earning the award from the ASC, and that's really special. He's having a special senior year, and we're very proud for him and happy for those guys up front that are protecting for him and blocking for him and knocking holes in defenses. I think he's having a great season. The opponent we were playing Saturday, just so much unconventional stuff. We were using our defense a lot, really on 4th down and just taking the ball back and giving it back to our offense. And there came an opportunity for us to put our punt return team out there, and Tyler Bates made that one opportunity count. And Tyler's a special young man. He scored a lot of touchdowns receiving the football, and we put him back there receiving punts. That's kind of his deal, and he's done a really good job for us for the past 4 years. In the 3 years I've been here, he's done a great job punt returns. And most of the time, people try to kick it away from him. They just so happened to kick one right to him. It was a low ball, and he returned it 48 yards.
This week you're heading out to West Texas to Alpine to take on Sul Ross State. Talk about preparing for a team that just is coming off a win over McMurray and on a hot streak, getting ready for this game.
That's right. Coach Pierce is doing a really good job out there, and his team's growing up and getting older, and they've got unbelievable athletes just like they always have, making plays. They beat McMurray last week, which beat us to open the season, so we were going to have our hands full out in Alpine. You always deal with the long travel and the distractions of that, and then playing so far from home, and there's just a lot of things that can take your attention away from the actual game. And so it's going to be critical for us to really lock in and focus in on the task at hand, treat it like a business trip, and go out there with the intentions of being 1-0 this week.
All right, Coach. Thanks for talking to us here on the ETBU Sportsnet.